even when we read 1 Corinthians 11 through 14, because of what Martin Luther originally established, our minds superimpose a church with a pastor, with a congregation. There was no congregation. There was nobody up front. That began with Constantine.
Nehemiah chapter 8. Now all the people gathered together as one man in the open square that was in front of the water gate.
There was no congregation.
And they told Ezra the scribe to bring the book of the law of Moses, which the Lord had commanded Israel. So Ezra the priest brought the law before the assembly of men and women, and all who could hear with understanding, on the first day of the 7th month.
There was no congregation.
Then he read from it in the open square that was in front of the water gate from morning until midday, before the men and women and those who could understand, and the ears of all the people were attentive to the book of the law.
There was no congregation.
So Ezra the scribe stood on a platform of wood which they had made for the purpose.
There was nobody up front.
And beside him, at his right hand, stood Mattithiah, Shema, Anaiah, Urijah, Hilkiah, and Maaseiah. And at his left hand, Pedaiah, Mishael, Melchijah, Hashem, Hashbaddanah, Zechariah, and Meshullam. And Ezra opened the book in the sight of all the people.
There was no congregation.
For he was standing above all the people.
There was nobody up front.
And when he opened it, all the people stood up. And Ezra blessed the Lord, the great God. Then all the people answered, Amen, Amen, while lifting up their hands. And they bowed their heads and worshipped the Lord with their faces to the ground. Also Jeshua, Bani, Sherebiah, Jamin, Akkub, Shabbathai, Hodijah, Maaseiah, Kelita, Azariah, Jozabad, Hanan, Peliah, and the Levites helped the people to understand the law, and the people stood in their place. So they read distinctly from the book in the law of God, and they gave the sense, and helped them to understand the reading.
That began with Constantine.